What is going on, everyone? Today we're going to be using genpkm.com and the Poke Creator feature to create customizable Pokemon trade requests that we can use through Genpkm to get any Pokemon we would like, whether that be a shiny Charmander or a shiny Rayquaza. It doesn't matter. We'll go through that today and show you how you can get any customizable Pokemon that you'd like. So let's jump into the video. So to start off, guys, we're going to head up to the trading tab here and we're going to select Poke Creator. From here, you'll see that the features are locked. That's because we need to select a game. I'll be using Scarlet and Violet for this video, but if you'd like to use any other games, the method in this video will be the same across all the games. So we're going to select Scarlet and Violet. We then need to select a Pokemon. You can use the drop down feature to select any Pokemon you like from the list, or you can type in the Pokemon of your choice. So for today's video, we're going to do a Koraidon. If I just type in KOR, it will come up with the Pokemon related to that name. Once we've selected our Pokemon, guys, we've got a few options that we can customize in the core options. So we can select our Met location. So Koraidon's got 2, Poke Path and Area 0. You can also leave this option blank and the trade bot will automatically determine the Met location for you. Let's just go with Area 0. And then once we've done that, you can set the level. By default, Koraidon is met at level 72, so we will leave the level there. And the version, Scarlet is the only option for Koraidon. A bit further down, we can go to Shiny. Koraidon and Miraidon are obviously Shiny locked still in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, so there'll be nothing to select here other than no. And Koraidon is a legendary Pokemon, so it is genderless. From there, we've got some basic options that we can select. We can give our Koraidon a held item. Once again, you can select any item from the list that is available in the game, or you can type in the item that you have in mind. So let's give our Koraidon a Master Ball. Next, you can select the ball that your Pokemon comes in. Let's just go with a Master Ball. Nature, you can pick any nature that you'd like in the drop down box. Let's go with Hasty. Next, we've got abilities. Koraidon only has 1, so we'll select this ability. If you leave any of these options blank, it'll just set a default option for you guys. And we can also set a Met date. Let's just go with the 14th, which was last week. Next, we've got Terra, so we can select our Terra type. Let's select Fighting. Once you've completed everything in the Basics tab, we can head over to the Stats and modify our stats. From here, we can do a few things to modify our stats. First, if we want, we can just randomize our EVs by clicking on the Randomize EVs button. Now you can see it's modified our speed and attack EVs to 252. Or if you'd like to manually adjust your stats to your desired amount, you can click on the up arrow here for up or down, or you can simply slide the slider across to the desired stats. I'm just going to go with randomize EVs for this video to make it easy. From here, we can move on to the Moves tab and select our moves. Selecting our moves is pretty easily. If you know the moves, you can type it into the search bar here, or you can come down and select your moves from the drop down box. I'm just going to select 4 random moves for the example of this video, just the first 4. Once you've finished selecting your moves, we can head over to the Cosmetic tab. From here, we can adjust our friendship with our Pokemon. You can just slide the slider all the way up to your desired level. We're going to go to 255, which means our Pokemon loves us. Required marks, these are locked. Possible marks, you can select the possible marks available for the Pokemon. We're just going to leave this off. And available ribbons, you can come down and select any of the available ribbons for Koraidon in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Let's give our Koraidon a Best Friends ribbon. You can also click on Select All or Clear All, and then that will remove your selected ribbons. So once again, we'll just click back on our Best Friend ribbon. And from there, we can move over to the last tab, which is the OT/Myths tab. And from here, if you know your trainer OT, you can type that in. You can also enter in your TID if you know it, and your SID. You can modify your trainer gender, male or female, trainer language, any of the languages from the drop down box, and the language the Pokemon will come in, so English, French, Spanish, and so on. We're going to leave these all set to default. The trade bot will handle this information for us and give us our trainer info by default. We can also come down to the customization tab here. We can remove max PP up moves, so this will not adjust the PP ups for the moves, so we'll click on remove max PP ups. If you want to suggest no relearnable moves, you can do that. Or if you'd like, you can suggest all relearnable moves, and you can make Ed counter true, just click over to the little question mark and you can see a bit of information on what that means. So if you want your Pokemon to come from an egg, check this. We do not want this. It can't happen anyway because Koraidon is a legendary Pokemon, so we'll leave that unticked. Once we're at this stage and you've finished completing customizing your Pokemon, we can now trade our Pokemon over using the Genpkm trade feature, which you can see here. You got your showdown set, but we want to click on trade now. Just quickly, it is important to note that you will need an active Nintendo Online subscription for this to work. And if you do, I would suggest getting your game ready and being ready to enter into your link trade before clicking on the trade now button. Once you are ready to trade, guys, we can then come down and click on the trade now button. From here, we can just come down to the right here and click on start trade. This is where we will be given our link code that we can enter into the game. You can see the status on your trade. Trade has been submitted and we are currently waiting in the queue. Now enter in our link code. Now we can begin searching. As you can see down below for the status, it is also searching for us. So make sure you start trading. Trade partner has been found. Now connected to genpkm.com trade. Now, you got to be pretty quick through your trades, and I also suggest you trade over a low-level Pokemon that you don't care about. I'm just going to send over this level 20 Raikou, for example. Don't do that, just send over a Chunk or a low-level Magikarp that you don't care about. Click on trade, and just make sure you mash the A button through the stage, guys, so you don't get stuck on the trade button. If you do, it'll take too long, and you will cancel the trade. And there goes our custom Koraidon that we made on genpkm.com. As I said earlier in the video, guys, you can do this with any game. I've just used Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, for example. And there we go. That's how simple it is to use at genpkm.com, create and trade over any Pokemon you like using the website. Now we can just quickly go back to our box and have a look at the Pokemon that we've created and traded over. There's our level 72 Koraidon. As I said earlier, you'll get your own trainer info if you enter in nothing into that tab. It is holding the Master Ball like we requested. And that's how simple and easy it is to use genpkm.com to get any Pokemon you'd like in Scarlet and Violet, as well as the other Switch Pokemon games, absolutely free. And that's it for today's video, guys. If you did enjoy the video or find it helpful, a thumbs up on the video and a subscription to the channel would be muchly appreciated. Until the next one, guys, I'll catch you later.